Bonjour, je m'appelle Monsieur Choueton Morouf Adebayo, connu comme Byxclusive. Je suis Nigerian, j'habite à France. Subject to Jew A, being a Nigerian in France, and under this particular title, we'll be talking about the advantages of learning French language in France. For my English listeners, what I said is my name is Choueton Morouf Adebayo, known as Byxclusive. I'm a Nigerian and I live in France. In today's title, we'll be talking about being a Nigerian in France, and we will discuss the advantages of learning French language in France. So if you are new on this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, guys. It's free, just click on it, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, drop your comments, and then turn on your post notifications so you can get my videos whenever I drop them without wasting much of our time. Let's get straight into the video. Thank you. So number one on the list about the advantages of learning French language in France is study. Okay, number one is study. As a student, you're studying in France and you want to be able to study well. You should be able to read and write in French language. Okay, you should be able to understand and then speak the language adequately in order for you to converse with your fellow students and your teacher. Okay, so it's so important for a student in France, okay, to understand the language adequately. I am not saying there are no schools in France that teach students in English language. In fact, there are schools in France that teach students English language itself, okay? But I'm just saying, if you understand the language adequately, you're able to read, write, and speak, understand the language adequately, it will make life easy for you as a student in France. Okay, so that's the number one on the list. Study, it helps you to study adequately if you understand the language, the French language easily. So number two on the list is work. If you're a worker in France, okay, you need to understand the English adequately. You need to be able to read, write, speak, and understand the language in order for you to converse with your fellow workers, converse with your boss, and also be able to get some information at work. Okay, so in order for you to make life easy for yourself, you need to you need to understand the French language, and in order for you to get adequate work experience in France. Okay, so that's the number two. Number three on the list is, let's talk about the religion. Okay, if you are a Christian, if you are a Muslim, you want to go to church, you want to go to mosque, right? You want to worship God, and when you get to the churches and the mosque here in France, the language of sermon, the language that the elders use, the language that the imam used to preach, the language that the pastors used to preach is in French language. Okay, so the pastors and the imams in France, they use the French language to preach. Okay, so you would want to understand what your pastor or what your imam is saying. Okay, in order for you to understand what they are saying, you need to learn the French language easily. You need to be able to understand the language. Okay, you need to be able to understand the language to some extent if you want to understand what your pastors and your imams are saying. Okay, so that's the number three on the list. Okay, religion. If you want to go to your religious gathering in order for you to worship God and to communicate with your fellow, your church members and your church elders or your mosque members. Okay, so that's the number three on the list, which is religion. In order for you to function well in this aspect, you need to understand French language adequately. Now let's talk about the last one, okay, which is integration. Generally, this encompasses everything. The last one, integration. In order for you to integrate into different aspects of the country, let's talk about probably you want to join you want to go to probably the intermarché, the supermarkets. You want to go to some social gatherings. You want to socialize. You want to meet new people. You want to make friends. You want to function in every part of the country, as a country that you want to settle in, the country you want to live in. You need to understand the French language in order for you to integrate into the system adequately. Okay, so integration into the system, you need to learn the language adequately. You need to be able to read the language, French language. You need to be able to write. You need to be able to speak the language. Okay, so integration, you need the language for integration in France. Okay, so for now I've said the study, the work, religion, and also integration. Okay, these are the 4 major advantages of learning the French language. If you learn the French language, you will be able to operate and function well in these major aspects. Okay, so guys, I decided to drop this short video just for you to be informed of the advantages of learning the French language in France. If you are new on this channel, kindly subscribe to my channel, guys. It's free to subscribe to my channel. Just click on it, subscribe to my channel, like my videos, drop your comments, and then turn on your post notifications so you can get my videos whenever I drop them. Thank you so much for watching my video. Take care of yourself. Have a nice day. Peace out. See you on the next one.